Did you know that 8,000 of the 24,000 odd IIT and NIT grads of 2024 did not get placed through campus? Uncertainty has arrived. The single biggest story that makes coaching industries survive and parents pour their money and children years of their life is the belief that if you're a smart and motivated student, the best ticket to a good life is to prepare for these exams. But if you look at American universities, legacy ones like Harvard, some of the students have not been able to get a job for 6 months. Now, AI and the market downturn can be partly responsible for this, but Paul Graham, founder of Y Combinator, predicts that the pendulum is never swinging back. So it's better to imagine that uncertainty is at our gates, and it may not be a bad thing. It just requires a fundamentally different mindset than that one we use for certain times. So what can we do to prepare for such uncertain times, especially our children who are going to maybe school today? And the answer is, we can look back at history. For thousands of years, we lived in hunter-gatherer tribes that had to deal with the kind of uncertainties that maybe our kids will have to deal with in the future. And if you look at their life, it was fundamentally different from agricultural tribes, where you had certainty. If you look at hunter-gatherer tribes, they valued autonomy of young people a lot. Even 12-year-olds would make a lot of choices, even though they are still financially dependent on their parents. And it wasn't like, hey, I don't care about you. They had a close relationship emotionally, and yet were given a lot of autonomy. They also valued cooperation, ability to work with people. Bossy, selfish people were looked down upon. And this makes sense because hunting needs cooperation. I can throw a spear better, but you can hear sounds better and you can tell me where the animal is. So we rely on each other for succeeding. But if you look at agricultural societies, obedience and hierarchy is emphasized. We have land to protect and a crop we've been growing for hundreds of years. And if you don't screw this up, we won't go hungry. So sow the crop, wait till harvest, it will be done, no innovation is needed. Unless there's a famine, of course, and 90% of us die. And if you look at it, the person next to you could be trivially replaced by you because both of you are doing the same things. So cooperation from mutual respect does not feel very natural. Competition feels natural. And if you let this run for centuries, we'll have a situation where parents are trying to control the mating choices of even adult grown children. Obedience over autonomy, competition over cooperation. Hunter-gatherers would have been confused by all of this. They did not die of famines, and there could be a wisdom in living life and raising our children like hunter-gatherers did, as our world moves once again into an uncertainty, but of a different kind. Hopefully, not the kind where we have to wonder whether we'll die of hunger, but the kind where will the skills we learn be relevant in a few years? Which jobs will be the most important in the next few years? And this kind of uncertainty is probably going to last for at least the next few decades. And learning from hunter-gatherer tribes means that we value autonomy and let children make their own decisions and face the consequences from a younger age. Overprotecting them is preparing them for certain disaster. We also teach them the value of cooperation, especially with people from diverse backgrounds, because they may have to form their own tribe to be able to survive, thrive. And hunter-gatherer tribes spent a lot of time teaching their adolescent children how to make the current cutting-edge tools, how to sharpen them, how to use them against, say, a lion versus, say, somebody else. All of this knowledge and tool building, except we might have to teach them not tools of hunting, but tools of thinking. And I think that if we don't do this, we're being wishful about the future and our kids deserve better.